In an ever-evolving digital landscape, for your business to thrive, you must adapt or die. Welcome to Marketing in the Age of AI, the podcast helping you harness the power of AI and marketing tools to revitalize and grow your business. And now here's your host, marketing expert and author of Authentic Marketing in the Age of AI, Emmanuel Rose.
Welcome to this episode of Marketing in the Age of AI. Today, I'm welcoming Shahar Boyayan, who's a dynamic force in the realm of digital marketing and AI innovation. With a rich background in leveraging technology to enhance business strategies, Shahar brings a wealth of knowledge on how to navigate the complexities of modern marketing. As a thought leader, she has consistently championed the integration of authentic storytelling within the digital landscape, making her an invaluable voice in our conversation. Join us as we explore her insights and strategies that can empower marketers through an increasingly AI driven world that is still targeting human beings. Welcome to the show, Shahar.
Oh, really good to be here.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking time to have a conversation with me today. Well, let's see. What are you seeing is kind of the marketing fundamentals that we need to pay attention to as marketers, as well as how we're integrating those fundamentals into this new technology that we're all embracing.
Well, we might be facing the biggest change in consumer behavior in a very long time because of the way we are already integrating our lives with AI. So
Right.
it's not about this tool or that tool, it's a day-to-day life of the consumer that many times unconsciously they are adopting AI. From when they decide to watch a show on Netflix to having a device that tells them what they need to buy and things like that. So
Yeah.
we are getting into being comfortable with AI. The last big change that we saw in behavior for consumers, of course, was during the pandemic, right? And
Sure.
one interesting thing about behavior is once it changes, it doesn't go back, right? As a
Mhm.
society, if we change our way of buying, it doesn't go back to what it
Right.
was. So the danger, not so much for marketers, but mainly for business owners, is to keep waiting to see where this is going, and then
Right.
in the process being left behind, right?
For sure.
Because when they see it's kind of too late to keep up. And unfortunately, AI has this aura that is complicated, it's expensive, it's for big companies, and that is just not true. The small business owner can very well be using AI already to improve their customer relationship.
Yeah. So, what's the laundry list of consumer behaviors that have changed with the advent of the AI?
So, for example, we've been catering our homes to what we want. We started doing that during the pandemic because we were spending more time there. But now I'm automating my house to be exactly how I want, from the clapping hands to turn on the lights to what
Yeah.
I watch. Very shortly, we are going to have humanoid robots inside the house, either cleaning, cooking, whatever it is. Well, all this has made me, as a consumer, isolate myself even more from society as a whole
Sure.
because I spend a lot more time inside the house and with devices. It is to a point that companies are rethinking how they deliver their services. And I'm going to use Netflix as an example.
Okay.
Netflix has sent a memorandum to their writers saying that they need to dumb down all stories and don't and not use images as usual, which is totally contradictory to movie making, right? We
Sure.
rely a lot on visuals. And why did they do that? Because the research showed that people watch the show the whole time, also scrolling on their phones.
Oh yeah.
Therefore, if the plot is too complicated, they're not going to get it. And if they need to be watching all the time, they're also not going to get it. Now, you and I may disagree where this is going,
Yeah.
but it's one a crucial point here. If people are all the time scrolling, no matter what else they are doing, this tells me how can I adapt what I do to this habit? Now, is it a healthy habit? No. Can
Right.
we really multitask when we're doing anything? Not really,
Right.
right? But this is how we are behaving at the moment. So, as a business owner, I need to be thinking, okay, if when I serve whatever I serve, this is happening all the time. How am I going to deal with this, either one way or another? The other thing is, because we are isolating ourselves inside the house, when we go out, we want everything to be about us. So hyper personalization is a huge trend. I want everything for me,
Sure.
right? When we are talking about US specifically, 1 in every 5 Americans feel extremely lonely. And 1 in 3 Americans feel they have one real friend.
No.
So that shows you the kind of isolation that we are putting ourselves into.
Yeah.
And it is going to get worse as well. Because not only now, I can have friends, boyfriends, they're not real, they are AI based.
Right.
Meta is going to start releasing on Instagram and Facebook AI avatars. Your new friends will be AI. By default, AI is here to please you, to do what you want.
Yeah.
So they are only going to talk to you about what you want and what you want to hear. They will agree with your political positions and everything else, which is not good for us as a society. Because if I filter absolutely everything that I get as communication, I'm not only going to lose my critical thinking, my problem solving skills, I will not accept anything that is slightly different than what I think is right.
Yeah, understood. Wow, that is alarming when you think about it in terms of critical thinking, ability to interact with other humans, the ability to hear new ideas that
Mhm.
you are not familiar with, and how that is going to stunt your psychological and intellectual abilities for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a
let's
huge
let's
impact.
shift a little bit and understand what do you do to make sure that you're staying with the human side of Shahar? What are your practices to get away from the computer and to get away from it?
Yeah. Uh, what I do and what everybody should be doing is looking for balance in everything, right?
Yeah,
And
right.
that also is in my report. I mentioned that at the same time that we are overloaded with stimuli and we are going to look for more intense experiences. At the other side, we also need a detox all the time.
Yeah,
So the smart business owner is not concerned on how AI should be used here or there, but also how we disconnect from AI when necessary. So if I'm a yoga instructor, a massage therapist, I can provide the total opposite of that. Okay, free time from all devices,
yeah,
free time for you to learn about yourself, be yourself, get in touch with your emotions. That is extremely important for us. If we are here all the time, we cannot process emotions and we cannot make the right decisions for things, right? So it actually shows a lot of opportunities for businesses that traditionally would not embrace technology anyway, right?
yeah,
So tourist guides, we can offer all kinds of possibilities there. So you have to have not only downtime, but you have to have rules, right? You have to have control over your life. And if you're allowing a device or an app or an AI to control that for you, that's a red sign, and you should say, okay, time to change this.
yeah. That's two things that I think about. Is number one, we should be implementing these tools as ways as leverage to get our time back, right?
Mhm.
And then use that time to be with your family, your friends, and get outside and do something in nature without the phone.
Exactly, exactly. And we have to cultivate memories that are real,
Yeah.
right? Experiences that we have catered to with family, for example, very important. But you touch into a point that is also very interesting because it is another trend, is the trend of us uh, manipulating our own time. We are
Right.
going to see in this year and the next one huge changes because of AI, right? And one of the things that it's going to do for us is free our time,
Yeah.
because we can duplicate most of the things, especially the tasks that we don't like doing, done by AI very easily. It's already being done.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with that extra time?
Yeah.
Our values, the perception of what we want, will also change with this. Because if I have more time, if things are different now, I need things that matter more to me,
Yes.
experiences that talk more on a deeper level. It's not only about consuming, but what really brings a different experience to me. And every business can provide a different experience when it is related. It doesn't matter if you do accounting or if you have a restaurant, right? You
Yep.
have to think about this, because what matters to us, our principles, our values, are going to get expanded. And one reason is because we are going to use time in a different way. Actually, there are some trends showing that even because of all the devices that I can wear to monitor my health, how much I need to sleep, you may sleep in a total different time frame than I,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
So even that, on a social level, how am I going to meet with my friends if each one of us is sleeping at a different time? We will have to, have creative ways of doing that.
Yeah, I love it. No, that's good. Well, I am interested to talk to you about what the work you're doing with Prop Talkie, and kind of what are the core activities that you're targeting with these AI bots.
Well, the digital doppelganger. Let's multiply Emmanuel Rose many times,
Ooh,
right?
scary.
It is scary. So one of them, for example, is answering the phone for a business owner. Of course, every time you pick up the phone, hopefully it's going to be a customer wanting to buy from you. But many times are just the 5 or 10 questions that they always ask, and that consumes time, sometimes taking the attention away from the consumer in front of you.
Yeah.
Simple example, a hairdresser, right? She's
Yep.
there and it's my experience time, and she's cutting, but then she stops to answer the phone. She stops to answer the phone. That's frustrating to the customer in front of you.
Sure.
Well, an AI agent or an AI employee today can answer for you the phone, answer any type of question that they have, book an appointment, make a sale,
Yeah.
whatever you need as the outcome. They can do that right now. And it's very impressive how real they look. Not everything is programmed. So we did tests with all types of industries, and they can be even sympathetic in situations like somebody died in the family and you're calling uh, a funeral home or things like that.
Sure.
Of course, email follow up. You know very well, because you wrote a book about marketing, that it costs a lot more to acquire a new customer than to keep the customers that we have.
Absolutely.
Right? But
Yep.
the small business owner is usually so into whatever they have to do during the day that follow up gets left aside or is poorly done.
Yeah.
When I have 1 or 2 clients, not an issue. But if I have 10, 100, 1,000, that changes. Well, today AI can take care of all of that for you, and you don't have to worry. But it's always, strengthen that relationship. Remember, we are all kind of feeling lonely. Whenever there is a meaningful message coming from somebody and it seems that they care about me, I'll take care about that. It can be as simple as back to the hairdresser. Hey, Shahar, I know you like to cut your hair exactly at 3 weeks, and we are almost there. Do you want to
Right.
make an appointment right now?
Yeah.
Simple as that, right?
Nice. Yep.
Oh, they remember that I cut my hair every 3 weeks. That's it.
I love it. So you're able to answer the phone. You're able to do some email marketing. Are you able to do text messaging also?
Yes, exactly. The text message is just a process that it needs to be more careful because
Yeah.
it's highly regulated.
Yep.
It can also do the website, for example.
Uh,
Having an AI on your website that is really able to solve some of the issues and cater to a sale
Yep.
even giving a coupon, for example, with the person asking questions, so it pushes that sale faster, can be invaluable as well. So what no matter what is the channel of communication, there is an AI today that can help you with that. And again, sometimes they cost less than a fancy dinner. So
Right.
any type of business can implement these things today.
Yeah. All right. And so you mentioned the hairdresser. What other businesses are you working with right now on with the prop talking?
Amazingly enough, I don't have any hairdressers,
Oh.
but I do have restaurant owners
Yep.
because the restaurant business is interesting. They usually don't work with a very high profit margin.
Right.
So it's very important that the marketing is there all the time.
Yep.
And with AI today, you can plan everything, including shipping, gift certificates, and things like that.
Nice.
So we have all that. We have a lot of people that actually are coaches and consultants that they have courses. But you know very well that the problem is not putting a course out there. You have to have the whole communication, the community, and that has to be monitored. So we have a lot of those as well, and solopreneurs as well. We have some.
I love it. And then, did you build your own LLM, or are you tagging on to an existing one?
We are using an existing one, but then we have built everything inside it the way it actually started. It's interesting. My daughter and I, she's my business partner, we invest in land. So we buy a lot of lots from auctions and we sell them. We created the platform for us because keeping the communication going, not only with buyers, but with investors, require different conversations, different moments. And if you do follow up right, you don't lose a lot of leads when they come to you. So we actually created that for us. And then we said, okay, it has potential. Then we start having some of other people that do the same thing that we do inside the platform. And then we start catering that for different businesses because
I love
businesses, they might be different, but our needs are pretty much the same.
Sure. Yeah. Same types of processes, even
Yeah.
though the content's a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love it. I think it's a great story, and I think that the communication that you're talking about is critical, like you said, for most businesses. What is the kind of the price range that you're selling this at right now?
Well, depending on the plan, and it does depend on how many AI employees you're going to have. It starts around $100, and it goes about 500, unless you have a bigger company. It all depends
Yeah,
on the list that you have, what you need. But it's less than a lot of CRMs out there.
for
If you
sure. Yeah. No,
doing a
and
lot more.
especially you get the leverage of the consistent outreach and the clear communication, and the AI shows up for work every day.
Exactly. They don't complain,
Yeah.
which is awesome. We did the same with ourselves. We have a company that produces online courses. Last year we had 16 people working for us, and along with that, all types of headaches because running a team is not something easy, and for sure is not for me. Today we have three, and everything else is done by AI.
Beautiful.
Now, for a small business owner, this is very important because business is about profit, right?
Yep. Yep.
And we don't have the issues anymore, so we can spend our time strategizing on how do we grow from here.
Yeah. And yeah, creating new products and
Yeah,
new marketing campaigns.
yeah, exactly.
Wow. Well, you are truly a force of nature. It's been so awesome to talk to you. I
Thank
love what
you.
you're involved in, and I love your insights about people feeling lonely uh, and how we can, in our offers and in the way we do business, be more personable
Mhm.
and more aware of that in not just in our communication, but also in how we approach people, our customers. So very beautiful. Um, well, how do people get in touch with you if they want to have a conversation, Shahar?
Well, proptalkie.com is the best place to go. Actually, if you scroll down to the page and call the phone number there, you are going to talk to AI, but then of course it comes either to me or to my daughter, and then we can carry that conversation going and seeing what is needed in your business specifically.
All right, great. Well, that'll be in the show notes. Be easy to find. Well, I really appreciate your time and your enthusiasm.
My pleasure.
And just hold on for me while I close out the show. I'll be right with you. Okay. All right. Well, that is inspirational in a couple of ways. One is remember you're talking to human beings, and the psychology of the human is changing a little bit as we are less and less social, and the Gen Zs that are coming up are even less social than we are, and we've got to be aware of that in the experiences that we create for these the younger group, kids under 28. Also, check out Prop Talkie and see how you might be able to automate some of your communications, and reach out to Shahar if you have any questions. It's Emmanuel Rose signing off for Marketing in the Age of AI.
In an ever-evolving digital landscape, for your business to thrive, you must adapt or die. Welcome to Marketing in the Age of AI, the podcast helping you harness the power of AI and marketing tools to revitalize. Thanks for listening to Marketing in the Age of AI. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. Your copy of Authentic Marketing in the Age of AI is available at Amazon.com or EmmanuelRose.com. You can also connect with Emmanuel on LinkedIn. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.